up here is Choya Pao. Down here at the bottom left, our Terran player from the team TSL, VSCV Life. He is...
All right. Well, you know, we've seen a lot of different strategies on this map. So many in TVP. It's been such a common map to see. One of my favorites so far has been Inca's, you know, Void Ray plus Warp In on the high ground.
Oh god, I love that.
I think that was a really cool strategy for this map. It's such a small main base that you can inflict a lot of damage with that. It's quite interesting because you don't really have any ground to cover before you start hitting buildings. So I'd like to see something like that out of Choya. Now, usually he does love the Void Ray, so
yeah,
maybe.
He really does.
In fact, he was going Void Ray that game.
3-gate Void Ray is pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite
powerful. Of course, it wasn't very functional that last game because he wasn't able to get it up and running.
Yeah, and Void Ray is kind of countered by Marines. Normally, Terran has more Marauders, but this guy was literally going 5 racks Marines. So, obviously, the Void Ray not going to be the best choice in that situation. But the odds of him doing something like that against something with only 1 ramp, no, nothing quite like that. Definitely could put some pressure on, though.
Note that our Terran player, Rain, going to go ahead and check for any hidden buildings outside of his base, maybe a proxy gate rush. However, our Protoss player, Choya, just goes straight southbound. It's like he's an airplane. He's going southbound. Over here to our Terran player's base.
All right.
Double gateway.
Double gateway.
Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I not seeing this right? No, that is double gateway. All right.
It's like a cybernetic score before the gateway finishes. Like, this guy figured out something totally broken.
Well, we're just so taken aback by that. We don't see gateway.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see double STARCRAFT.
Yeah, I think you're dead on.
Yeah, it'd be the only reason to start your gateway before the cybernetics. Reactor here.
Yeah, there's no way Terran's going to do the same strategy as before because there's only one entrance to the other player's base right here.
But I do like what he's doing. If we take a quick look at the Terran base, he is, in fact, going to get... Ooh.
That's interesting.
Side. That's going to... It's
probably
just
gonna
good to have
probably
pylons.
Gonna have Stargate.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And just having pylons not in your base is always good. There's
yeah,
like
you
no
can
reason
warp
to have
stuff
them all
anywhere.
There. Yeah. But the Terran right now, he's gotten double gas. And he's also going factory. So I think we're going to see a Banshee build out of him. Most likely, yeah, it could be Raven. But as far as I know, you know, obviously Kisu lost to a Banshee build from what we heard. And,
yeah, Banshee builds are all the rage, especially with Marines.
Yeah, Banshee Marine is actually this really hard to stop opening in Terran vs. Protoss. So we definitely could see something based upon that. Which variation? It's very hard to say right now. Should be seeing a starport any second. Oh no, Armory, all right.
Whoops, excuse me. To Armory over here, Twilight Council over here.
Oh, okay, so...
This could be very similar to the game we saw earlier.
Yeah.
With TLO.
TLO and Sungho, you do a little Thor repair rush with a bunch of Marines out of a reactor. And the thing is, Sungho actually went DTs against that, but TLO mixed in also, saved 2 scans, and made an eBay, brought SCVs, and actually made turrets inside Sungho's base.
Right.
So definitely got to check that out if you haven't seen it.
That game was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was something else, and it looks like we're going to see something very similar here. I'll be surprised, though, if our Terran player Rain actually saves all those scans.
That's going to be the big question. Let's see if he drops a mule right now.
Ooh, Nexus going up at the natural.
And we do not have a mule coming down. He may actually save it for 2 scans. I
actually love the play we're seeing out of Choya right now, I have to say.
No, it's good. It's really good.
He's going Dark Templar, and he's even getting a Robo. So he's actually just... The Dark Templars are going to be used basically not as an attacking unit, but as a defensive unit. He'll prod and poke a little bit, sure, but what he wants to do is just defend his expansion, the quickest expansion he can get while still teching. Oh, nice.
Oh, force field there to block the ramp. That was really good. He doesn't want him to see anything in here.
This is actually...
There's a great usage of force field. We don't normally see that.
The only thing that would really counter this build would be a... oh, wow, moving out with 1 Thor. But the only thing that would really counter this build, I think, is... ooh, look, saving up 2 scans and sending his SCVs now. Oh, as I was saying, what would really counter this build is a Raven Rush. Of course, is not doing a Raven Rush. DTs are out. He's going to want to send these DTs down now because there's going to be 2 scans. He's going to need at least 3 DTs and hopefully not let any turrets get up. All right, he sees the Thor. He's going to want to go after Marines, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. If he starts hitting Marines, all right, 1 scan down. He's going to want to keep on warping.
SCV's on the way.
Here comes another one. Another scan gone.
The turrets up now. This Nexus will most likely die. He's working in more DTs.
Is only at half production so far. So let's go back up and take a look. There's going to be an Immortal popping out pretty quickly here, and there it is, just pounding away. Oh, he has the strike cannon upgrade.
Very nice.
And that DT is going to town on the Marines right now. The Thor, he is being repaired quite a bit, but the DT is going to be able to clean up pretty easily.
He just needs another scan here to kill off this Dark Templar.
Realistically, it should be killing SCVs.
Yeah, and it is now.
And even if he does scan, more DTs can come out quite easily.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like this rush has been stopped dead in its tracks. He has an additional Nexus as well. So this is just not going to go well for Rain.
And that's it. It's been killed off.
It has indeed.
Not as good as TLO's rush.
No, not nearly as good. But to be fair, Sungho canceled his Nexus and went into 4-gate into tech. Whereas Choya already had the plan to go DT, so he had them a lot earlier and was able to stop it there because of that. And now with Immortal pumping, 3 Warp Gates pumping, you know, he's got the Twilight Council tech, so he can actually get charge and blink if need be. Choya is in a dominating position.
Choya is looking pretty good. Terran doesn't seem to have much of a contingency plan here. Yeah. He's going to try to get a Raven and maybe do it again.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got the gas saved up for that.
He may as well go for that, you know.
So is it going to be a Raven?
I think so. If he went Banshee Reaver, that'd be a little bit freaky.
Raven it is. One more timing attack going to come here from the Terran.
Yeah, he may as well be all in at this point. That's what he's going to do, just an all-in attack, get up these tech, and I like that. It's a good follow-up from here because of what has already happened.
No expansion here for the Terran. Protoss with a pretty solid economy, but if Protoss hasn't transitioned properly, there's really just not a lot he can do. All right, we got this Raven almost out. He probably won't have enough energy for anything like point defense drone, but he could sit down a turret too.
Yeah, just an auto defense turret. That's totally fine. Now, totally the interesting thing is that the Thors actually have strike cannon upgrade, which is now on a timer as opposed to being energy based. So they're actually going to be able to take out low number of Immortals because of this. It'll stun the Immortals and take them out. So that's actually a really good thing. Oh! He uses it on the Dark Templar to make sure it does go.
Now, is he actually going to expand, or he must be waiting for the next Thor? He must be doing a timing attack here.
Oh, he's definitely going to hit some short timing attack. Certainly. Just how many units is he actually going to wait for?
Oh, maybe one more Thor, I guess. Now, Protoss is getting Immortals.
And an Observer coming up, too.
He scans. He sees the army.
He has Zealot Charge just about to finish, as well as more Immortals. So Zealot Charge and Immortal, that's going to be just about the best he can hope for against this unit composition. A lot of SCVs coming out. This is going to be a deadly attack, though, because Immortals can be taken out with the strike cannons.
Right.
There's a lot of Zealots, though. So he has to actually use these SCVs very well. Buffer the Zealots, repair the Thors, and who knows, man, this is going to be a hard-fought battle.
Now note that these two areas here act like hallways. So it can be tough, even if the Zealots do have charge, to get in there and do all the damage they should. He's going to come up from this angle over here. One turret set down.
And here he goes, strike cannons, but the range not the greatest on those. Taking out a few Immortals, but the Zealots going in and doing unreal damage. I don't know, man. He takes out all the Immortals, but there are so many units left. The last Thor going down, just SCVs. I think we're going to have to see a GG from Rain any moment
he's basically
here.
out of this now.
Yeah, that was his final all-in. And GG on to game number 3.
Well, that was an interesting time in attack.
Cool
It was really cool. I did not expect it to turn out quite like that. I thought he would have had the engineering bay done in time.
Yeah.
And then you make the turrets, and then it's game over. But actually...
He actually didn't even start the engineering bay until he already saw Dark Templars attacking.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between that build and what TLO did. TLO actually was like, okay, what stops this? Dark Templars. I'm just going to make an eBay, just in case.
TLO's build was just basically better.
Yeah, it definitely was
by
better.
leaps and bounds.
No question about that.
Well, we're going to go on to game number 3 here on Lost Temple. So that should be pretty interesting. Lost Temple, a classic map from Blizzard games. We saw it in StarCraft I, we saw it in Warcraft 3, and now it's here in StarCraft II.
That's right. And, you know, Lost Temple, it's a fun map. Everyone likes to play it. Like when you're practicing stuff, this is one of the most used custom maps.
It's such a classic.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people do take it out because those cliffs are so easily tankable by Terran. You know, a lot of Zergs like to remove it, and we oftentimes see Protoss players remove it as well.
Let's get ready for this game to get going.